Hey, Joseph. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Ronnie. How are you, bud? Mustard and biscuits. What's up, buddy? So, this is the first time I'm going live on the new, faster internet. So, hopefully, my audio won't skip every seventh word or whatever it is like it usually does. If I go back and play them back, living the dream. I hear you, brother. I go play up my old ones back and it skips about every seventh or eighth word. So maybe this new internet would be good, better streaming. Quite disappointed with current events. Yeah, I'm not happy with it either, brother, but it's out of my control. This live stream is buttery smooth. Thank you. I don't know about finger licking good, but I appreciate it. So yeah, first live of 2026. Awesome. Hope everyone had a blessed Christmas and all that G-haw. I know we're way past all that, but good to see everybody. Hey Matt, what's up? So appreciate all y'all being here tonight. Good to see all y'all. Well, I have got coins on the way. I have got top coins on the way. I've got them coming from Whatnot. I've got them coming from the main auction I go to. Hey, North Star. I got them coming from Oregon, so good to see y'all. Appreciate y'all all coming over here and chilling out with me tonight, hanging out a little bit. It has rained here all cotton picking day today. Or I don't even know if you'd call it rain, but more like drizzle or whatever. It's drizzled here all day. It's been cloudy and gloomy. But it is what it is. I'm so glad to have internet that doesn't depend on clear weather. I just can't hardly stand myself. So, let me see. I bought this new poker chip stand and it ain't even in the shot. Lord help me. So, wow, silver's had a good day today. And the last time I looked at it was over 80, so I don't know where it is at the very moment. But it's on its way up, looks like. And so that's good. It's good for my stocks, good for y'all's stocks as well. Blizzard there all day, yeah. But it's the same thing here, except it's just been, liquid form, I suppose. But so yeah, it's kind of a humdrum week. He's in Canada, I'm pretty sure. North Star Stacker, I think. But so yeah, it's been a humdrum kind of a week. I got to get up and leave early tomorrow morning. My aunt, who happens to be my chauffeur most of the time, she's 83 years old and she has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. She don't want to go by herself. It's supposed to raining again all day, so I guess I'll get up and ride with her. I'll leave here. I don't know what time, but yeah, she's always helping me out, giving me rides to places where I need to go and stuff like that. So I'll go with her. It'll be zero fun, but it'll mean a lot to her, so I'm going to do it for that, and for no other reason. Because she's good to me. She's the only aunt I have left. She's my mom's sister. So, if you got elders in your family, some of them need a little more assistance than others. That's just the way it goes, 8252 Kit Care. Okay, awesome. North Carolina, yep. Yeah, they're talking about a big storm system moving through. I think by Friday it's supposed to be possible tornadoes and stuff here. So the weather's warm, temperature's nice. I got out and walked to the mailbox today while in the rain, basically, but it wasn't that bad because it was 68 degrees. Other than just getting wet, which is an inconvenience. But I can do that in 68 degrees. If it was 18, I'd say, nope, I'm going to ride out there in a vehicle or something. But It's been, you know, just one of them crappy old days. I pulled out all my clad coinage when I keep in one of these red boxes. Oh, let me show y'all. I keep it in one. All my clad stuff is in one of these boxes, but it's one of the doubles. It's double wide, 2 rows of 2x2s. And I went through them today. Put them all back in order. Put, you know, nickels with nickels, quarters with quarters, and put them all year to date all the way. Just organize them, which it needed to be done. It was a hot mess. And today was just a good day to do that. We've been getting hammered this year so far. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. It's just been. We've had a couple cold nights. You know, I mean, we get down in the 20s. We've had a night or two down in the teens, but you know, compared to what y'all are dealing with. And I lived in Alaska for 3 years, so I have some idea of what y'all are dealing with up there. Compared to what y'all are dealing with, this is nothing. This is, you know, just, you know, it'll get cold in the south, stay cold a little while, and it warms up. It's just how our winters always are. It's mostly rain, you know. Going days and days and days on end without seeing the sun just really drives me nuts. Yeah, I don't mind it either. As long as I can, like I did today, I pulled out all those clad coins and organized them. As long as I got something I can do inside, or I'll go outside to my shed and I'll do a little bit of scrapping and stuff like that to pull copper out of old microwaves and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't melt it or nothing like that. I don't have none of that stuff, but I just put it in this jar right here. So I'll go out and pull copper out of microwaves or whatever and just put it in this thing right here. Or find old pieces of copper laying around. So I went out and scrapped for a while. Scrapped some microwaves today. Pull all the little motors and stuff out of them. Sure. Hello. Jorge Mendez. Hello. What kind of questions would you like for me to answer? Gold sniping farmer in here. Awesome. I don't know what I'm saying. Hey, JK Pioneer. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Well, chat is bumping. Hey, Walter. Thibodeau. I think that's how you pronounce that. Silver Ocean. What's up? Awesome. Lady Bluegrass. Hello. Thank y'all for the raid. I do appreciate that. Thank you, GSF and friends. Where did I see Silver Spot heading in 2026? Up. Where to what end? I don't know, but it's obviously silver's gotten to the point where them trying to control it ain't really working anymore. So you know, I'm no expert by any means. Like it says in the description, I'm no expert. This is just one human's perspective on stacking and collecting. But yeah, I don't know, man. It could easily be 100 in a week or two. You know, I have no idea. Sky's the limit, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't think it'll ever be below 50 again. That's just my opinion. Hey, Great Scott, good to see you. I was really more interested in your answer to my first question. Let me go find your first question. 210 stacks in the house. Hey, GSF. Good to see you, brother. Appreciate y'all. Jerry Parker's in the house. Let me go back and find his first question. When you're taking a shower, do you ever watch a single bead of water strip? No. That's a weird question. Okay. That's that's a weird question. No, I don't. So I don't know why I would do that. That'd be weird. Anyway, good to see 210 Silver Ocean. Some of our community in the house tonight. That's awesome. Appreciate all y'all. I have been talking to a fellow YouTuber about doing a regular live stream with him. He doesn't know all about it yet, but we're talking about it, and he's a numismatist. I'll put it that way. He's into coins more than he is stacking. But me and him may be going to start trying to do a regular live together, so that'd be fun. It'd give me somebody to talk to, and some different perspectives on things. So that would be awesome. That is a Civil War bullet. Could not tell you. Yes, probably. I don't know. Maybe a musket. I haven't done my research on that, but Scrap Metal Racing, fellow YouTuber, sent me that. I'm big into Confederate history and stuff, and he sent me this Civil War bullet. And I used to find these when I was a kid, and when my mom and dad got divorced in the middle 80s, all my silver dollars and all my Civil War bullets, all that stuff disappeared, and nobody wanted to take ownership of taking them or whatever, so I never found out whatever happened to them. But I used to wade the creek all the time and find those things. Just, visual, just surface find. You'd see them in the water. The water would be so clear you could just find them. Jeff Rubin's in the house. What's up, Jeff? So yeah, it's definitely from a rifle musket. Yeah, probably an infield. You're probably right. You're probably right. 3-ringer. That's right. That's what we call them. I do love Confederate history. I love history, period, which is kind of why I'm into coins to begin with, I suppose. You'll probably read J.M. Rock, author of Death by Socialism. He's a reenactor. I have done some reenactments myself. Let me get this gold out of the way here, platinum. I took this picture standing right next to this cannon right here. This is at the Battle of, what's the name of it? The Battle of Janie's Furnace. It's an annual, yearly reenactment we do here in Alabama. There is a Confederate museum, and it's like the Vietnam Wall, but it's for Confederate veterans, and it's in central Alabama. And I go down there. They do reenactments for 2 days in a row. Of course, the north wind's one day and the south wind's the other. That's the way they do it. That way, everybody's happy. But they have a Civil War museum, and they have the wall, the monument and all that. So it's pretty cool. So I love that place. It's pretty awesome. Lady Bluegrass in the house. Of course, I do love my bluegrass music as well. Me and her talked about that before. I'll have to check out J.M. Rock. I'll definitely check that out. And Southeast, I grew up next to Bentonville. Talking about Arkansas? Or are you talking about Bentonville? The only Bentonville I know of is Arkansas, where Walmart and all came from. But that's cool, man. That's cool. Probably a battleground you're talking about that I'm not up on. J.M. Rock's book, Death by Socialism, there's a chapter on states' rights. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Holden Tunics. I have too much Taco Bell lately, so I might have enact trapping my bed. Okay, all right. Too much information on that. My hometown does a Civil War reenactment every year. Yes, mine does too. Lady Bluegrass. Cumberland Blues. Oh, yeah. I don't know, something about the bluegrass is actually, for those who don't know, that's where country music actually came from. That was the roots of country music before amplified instruments and all that. And you're talking about a bass, a stand-up bass with strings, a mandolin, a guitar. It's just pure music, there's a pure quality about it that I really love. What's up, Stuart? Good to see you. Yeah, Kentucky is a bluegrass state. That is well. That is correct. And so I love bluegrass music. There's a gospel group that does gospel music, but they do it in a bluegrass style. It's called Canaan's Crossing, and big fan of their music because I'm a Christian as well. So I like the gospel that's set to like bluegrass music. Very cool. Lady Bluegrass, seen you wave earlier. Yes, I love my bluegrass music. It's just different, and it ain't for everybody, and I understand that. But okay, Newton Grove, New North Carolina, awesome. Okay, I figured it was biscuits. I appreciate you letting me know that. There's a lot of stuff. I gotta study a bunch. I mean, uh, there's some things I know. There's just some things I don't. There's so much history. I know a little bit of the history around where I live. You know, some of the things that happened, the Battle of Ten Highland, um, and not Fort Sumter. There was another fort that was down here on the Coosa River. Anyway, I've learned something about those, but yeah, I don't know. I just love the history of it all. Got a mix of really heavy metal and bluegrass. It's a fun listen. Yeah, I can see that. I like a little bit of heavy metal stuff myself. I mean, obviously, grew up in the 80s, was big into AC/DC, which is what which ain't really considered metal nowadays. It's considered classic rock, but it was metal back in. But I'm even into some of the heavier stuff like System of a Down and Disturbed. I mean, it's good pissed off music. If I get mad about something, oh, I'll play some Disturbed now. So yeah, I can get down on that. Just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. What's your spot price prediction? I've already been asked that, Oceans, but I don't really know. It's just going to be up. It's going up. You know, I guess I would say it's at 80 something now, 81 something now, probably. Uh, I would say 95 before the end of the year. That's playing it safe, really. 95 for the end of the year. Yes, I love Diamond Rio and I love Alabama. The lead singer of Alabama has passed away, so they're pretty much done. But I do love their music. Um, Play me some mountain music. Just I love Alabama's music. They won a lot of awards for their music back in the day. They're from Fort Payne, Alabama. Slaughter, yeah, Slaughter to Prevail is a pretty crazy band. Yeah. I listen to just about everything. I had somebody leave a nasty comment about one of the shorts I put up yesterday because I put some Casting Crowns music in that. That's kind of Christian stuff. It's lame music, man. Like, well, yeah, well, this is a lame comment, dude. That's all I can tell you. I like a little bit of everything, So, my dad, I was raised on Willie Whalen, David Allan Coe, that kind of stuff, outlaw country, and so everything from that to corn, a little bit of everything, man. I've been around. I've been on this planet for quite a long time, so I need some moderators. Okay, thought I had one or two in here. I'll let me see. Let's add Oceans as a mod. Standard. We'll add, let's see, Biscuits to be a mod for me. No, I don't want to put him in timeout. No, that'd be the wrong thing. Stewart could be a mod if he wanted to. I can make him a mod. Trying to pick some people I've known for a while, as mod. Standard. And I added a couple more mods, y'all. So I appreciate y'all bringing that up. Is J-Lo still here? He was earlier. I know he's blue. Yeah, outlaw country. Yeah, my dad, man, he was big into outlaw country. Willie Whalen. I grew up on Don Williams. I mean, it's everything. Basically, like I was saying, everything. Freddie Fender, 70s music. So yeah, Eagles, all that stuff. Well, like I said, I've been on the planet a long time. I've listened to lots of music. Was kind of into Kiss. I was little, but I was kind of into Kiss there for a while, and my mom got all pissed off. And Motley Crue, all these groups. Anyway, Dixieland. Yep. Avocado Stalker, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Dixieland Jazz. Never been a big jazz fan. I like the big band kind of music, but I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of it's different. Randy Owen was the lead singer. Is he still alive? Oh yeah, that's right. Jeff Cook's the one that passed away. You are correct. Jeff is the one that passed away. You are correct. I'm sorry about that. I made a mistake. He was the one that played the double neck guitar. So yeah. And last time I heard Randy Owen, he was singing a lot of gospel stuff as well. Wasted days, yeah, wasted days and wasted nights. Yeah, I can sing it. So yeah, good to see everybody. Y'all are just fantastic. 21 in the house, 17 likes. Y'all, do it if you could. Just like the old channel, that'd be awesome. Absolutely amazing bunch of folks. Amy Harrell's in the house. One of my preferred fans. Or Alabama's pretty much Southern gospel. They did a lot of Southern gospel. I mean, you look at some of the people like the Oak Ridge Boys. They started out in church. The Statler Brothers. I used to love Statler Brothers. By the way, they had a lot of good songs. Turn your radio on. Yeah, they had a lot of good songs. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Just love all that stuff. B and Becky, hey, how are you? Sorry for the crappy singing. Do you find that Southern spirit has waned over the years? It's a shame that there are actually people who are ashamed to be from the South. Well, the South has some things to be ashamed of. I'm not going to sit here and act like we don't. The 60s, if you were a black person living in Alabama in the 60s, it was not good. The bus burnings in Anniston. I mean, there was some things I'm not proud of. That I grew up in Alabama, and I'm not proud of. Now, most of that stuff happened before I was even born. So, but South has made some mistakes. Absolutely, we got some things to be ashamed of. But instead of doing away with history, you learn about it and you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just doing away with history, taking statues down, and all this stuff, you learn from it. And Martin Luther King Jr., man, I was all about him. His ideals. I mean, but yeah, I think he passed away when I was 2 years old or whatever. But from a biblical standpoint, that's the way he was reaching it, was from a biblical standpoint. The Bible doesn't promote slavery, never has. So some will try to tell you that it does, but it really doesn't. She was the fastest thing around. Old George Jones, I like that too. Michael Stacking, good to see you, buddy. I'll make Michael a mod too, just in case we need more. Since it was brought up earlier. Alright. Michael, you're blue now. You are clear to give people hugs. The irony, of course, is that we don't see blacks showing any remorse for the cities they've destroyed. Take Detroit, for instance. Southern culture has a lot to be proud of. Yes, it does. And that's why I'm not one of these people. I'm a Gen Xer, by the way, so I'm, you could say what you want about me. You won't hurt my feelings. I ain't got none. But, I'm in the Sons of Confederate Veterans. I've showed it, I've got a picture up here of my Confederate veterans. That's my 3 times great granddad. At the time, they were just doing what they thought was right. And, they called it the War of Northern Aggression. Basically, it was the same thing we're experiencing now. The government's trying to take over and run your household, run all this, you can't do that. And, slavery was wrong. It was absolutely wrong. but it was as commonplace as people using horses for travel. It was that common. And then for them to all of a sudden now in the North says you can't do that anymore. They just in their minds they were protecting their homes and their families the best way they knew how. Doesn't mean it was right, but that's what they were trying to do. Can you show that green poker chip on the bottom left? Oh yeah, you're talking about Rubens Bender. Yeah, this one right here. It's my little new poker chip display. Pretty cool. This is a Jeff Rubin chip right here. Cocktails and coins. I've never been on a cocktails and coins live stream. I don't even know if they have them, but that's from Jeff. Jeff sent me 2 or 3 poker chips, I do believe. So that's what that one is. So if you want one of those, talk to Jeff Rubin or Trumpy or whatever he's calling himself today. I see green might not be. Okay. It's a real shame that people first think of slavery when talking about the South. You know, it is. But you know, it's not something I'm proud of right now. But but I voted for Obama. A lot of people in the South voted for Obama. In a lot of our minds, it was time. It was time to get over this race thing. Racism was gone. You hear me? Gone in the South before Obama got in office. And then it just fired right back up. Oh, you can't say that about Obama. You're a racist and all that. That just, I don't know, man. I can't explain it, but that's how it was. You know, I heard it put this way on a channel the other day. If you told someone in 1840 that in 25 years slavery would be abolished, they would have laughed at you. The way that life, yes, that's the way it was, man. And by the way, wealthy Cherokee Indians, they had slaves as well. Those who had the plantations and all that, Indians held slaves as well. It wasn't just white folks. It wasn't just, you know, slaves of all colors. They was Irish slaves, Chinese. That was held against their will. There was a bunch of different slaves. You know, it was all wrong. White flight, yep. Taxes followed, yes. You know, I have a T-shirt, and I very rarely wear it, but I'll wear it around the house. But it's got a Confederate flag on it. It says the South was right. If you do your research on Robert E. Lee, he released his slaves before the war even got started. Lincoln didn't free his until after the Emancipation Proclamation. So there's lots of things like that most people just don't have no idea, you know. But you know, a lot of people, a lot of slaves were done wrong. Don't get me wrong, that was a big thing, and they even try. I don't know if y'all seen the movie 12 Years a Slave. They'd even try to take scriptures out of the Bible and twist it and say, "Oh, the Bible says you can be my slave" or whatever, which was wrong. But a lot of slaves, they were sharecroppers. They worked the land, they helped do the work, and they helped get the profits as well. It was more of like a deal being made instead of like work this land, you know, cracking the whip on their back and all that. Right, slavery is still going on, just not as much out in the open. That's true. Uh, Slavic, right? That's where the word slave came from. Slavic. Yeah. And you look at all these kids that are being kidnapped. Now they're sex slaves. You got the sex slave trade, and all that. So, you know, that's one thing we have to learn from history. You can't just do away with history. I know I said that earlier, but I believe in that. You have to learn from it, you know. Yep, we all know it though. The first sin was the yes, yes, true. Jorge. Can I just call you Georgie? I have a friend that's Jorge. He said Jorge just means Georgie. Same thing. But Yeah, Georgie, I mean, if it weren't for their own kinfolks selling them out, they would have never been here. I mean, it doesn't make it right either way. Yeah, man, no problem. I got opinions on things. I don't mind giving them. Uh, so yeah, there will be no warning when the digital currency hits. No, they won't. You're right about that, North Star. That's another thing I don't like about all this. AI. I saw a video this week was put out by somebody that before you know it, all the silver content on YouTube is going to be AI. There's not going to be, or you'll be hard pressed to find a human actually doing content. Because all the AI is going to steal all the content or whatever, steal all the subs. I guess I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but it's certainly possible. You would think we would hear more about them. Yes, Amy. Yeah, Lady Bluegrass, you're right. Uh, and seeing is seeing. It doesn't matter what color your skin is either, by the way. Uh, I gotta take off. You have a blessed day. Yes, sir. You too, Georgie or Jorge. Please don't forget to check out the book Death by Socialism. I definitely will. It will blow you away. His bibliophile is one of my favorite books. I'll definitely have to check that out. Definitely will. Thank you for the recommendation. And thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Venezuela, the 51st state. Yeah, China doesn't have their slavery, but America left ignores it, right? They don't pay attention to a lot of things. They stand out there with a bunch of gay people, or LGB, whatever you want to call it, and go, yeah, free Palestine and all that. But if they were over there, they throw them people off the roof. They kill gays. Islamic people kill gays, but no, the left don't want to talk about all that. So yeah, it's they just neglect to see a lot of things. I do a lot of missing people on my Facebook feed with most stories. Stay local, and the big media never picked them up. Right, right, yeah, yeah. I know biscuits. I know. Talking about a play on words. Thank you, North Star. Appreciate you, buddy. Now this Venezuela thing, I'm split on it. Me and a buddy of mine were talking about this on the phone last night. My other YouTuber friend that I may start doing a live with, him. I realized that Maduro, or whatever his name is, was not duly elected. That part I understand. He needed to be removed. That part I understand. What I don't like is us running that country, and because it looks a lot like theft, stealing oil and whatever. I don't like that. I don't like us being involved in other countries' politics. And, we've done so many regime changes in other countries. That's what's led to Afghanistan, 10 years over there, and it's led to a lot of wars, and that's what I'm afraid it's going to lead to again. So yeah, that part I don't like about it. I haven't. Yes, Sound of Freedom. Oh yes, definitely. That's a must watch if you haven't seen that. Really, really horrible. What this? Ooh, that gets me stirred up. That'll get me in the spirit right there just thinking about it. Probably kidnap rituals, oceans for oceans. All these people getting kidnapped and gone up so much they never find so many people. Well, you think about it. During the Biden administration, they were handing over these kids who came across the border with no parents. They were just handing them over to people. They weren't vetting them, and all those kids they handed over to people who were supposedly there to take care of them, like another daycare scheme, whatever. Yeah, they all got put in the sex slave trade. So yeah, there's a lot of that stuff going on. Drugs, people dying. Yeah, now I understand about the drugs. Yeah, let's be honest. The government's bringing the drugs in. It don't matter what they do in Venezuela. The government's going to bring the drugs in. That's how you divide a people. That's how you weaken a people is drugs, and that sounds like something the government would do. That's just my opinion. Oh, but yeah, all right. I didn't see it. There was lots of stuff about it. Yeah, it's a good movie. Uh, Liberalism is being used to decay our society. Amen. Forced equal rights and forcing us to play make believe. Right. This degrades good societies. They're in charge of our public schools. Young people don't know what to think. Yeah. Amen. Amen on that. 100% agreed on that. What's up, Asset? Good to see you, neighbor. Howdy ho, neighbor. Uh, yeah, 100% agree. And you know, they're bombarded with that stuff every day. TikTok, this, that, the other. They're just. I can't imagine if I was a teenager in school right now, the stuff they're bombarded with from the internet. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't a perfect angel. We had magazines hidden in places. You know, teenage boys do teenage boy things. It's a yeah. It happens. But the stuff they have access to now, man, it's horrible, horrible, and just brainwashing stuff. You know, or not otherwise. Trump, the plan is to help rebuild the oil industry. I understand we're going to keep the oil from China. I do understand that. But I still I don't agree with. I know he said that they're going to get some old tycoons to go over there and fix everything that's broken and all that. And I understand it's all about keeping the oil from China and Europe and stuff over there. I don't know, man. It's not it don't set with me right. It may not be stealing. May not. And I know the Venezuelan people are happy to have him out of there. I have seen that for a fact. Man, it just one thing leads to another, Michael. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like it. Uh, I don't like it at all. But that's just me. The world's being divided, and the agenda marches on. Amen, brother. Uh, so yeah, it's a nutty world out there, y'all. It's an evil world. Evil's just running rampant. You know, it's crazy. It is crazy, and to be a child in the middle of all this, and to look at, you know, I have kinfolks. I'll say, without giving too much information, I have young kinfolks who probably will have nothing. Time I'm gone, they probably will have nothing left. You know, we have squandered, not me personally, not y'all personally, but our government has squandered everything there is to have. There'll be nothing left for the young people of the world, you know. We can talk about why Maduro was extracted. Yeah. And I heard something that has something to do about a Venezuelan company that was ripping off the voting machines. Has some, I heard some spin about that as well, and that but he put a stop to all that over there because it was affecting our elections. It may well have been. I don't know. I just I just wish they would go ahead and establish whoever they're going to put in office, or if a guy ran and actually won, and then that dude took over anyway, then we need to put him in power and let him run that country. That's his country. If put the shoe on the other foot, if they come over here and kidnap Trump, or even if they came over here and kidnap Biden, I know, I know, I wouldn't have cared as much probably, but still, other companies meddling in our business, I wouldn't like it as an American citizen. I'm just saying I would not like it. So, yeah. Well, have I officially ran everybody off out of here? Just about, probably. Study the Jeffersonian doctrine. Yep. Okay. I will do that. Maybe it's not Stephen. I don't know. Now, from what I understand, I mean, the way they went in, the aircraft that was used, I saw something about all that today. All their radars and all their SAM units, surface to air missiles, and all that stuff was made in the 80s or whatever. And if we had used F-16s, they would have likely been shot down because they're older technology. But our new JSF or F-35s or whatever you want to call them, those some pretty badass planes, dude. Pretty sharp stealth technology and all that. We're able to just fly in there, blow all that stuff up before it blew them up, and just do a quick extraction. I mean, yeah, it was quite a thing to actually do. Well, actually, other countries are meddling in the U.S.'s business. You could say that too. Silver Ocean is still alive. I can't do that. I'm on YouTube. If I was on StreamYard, I'd add him in, buddy. I don't know how to do that. That's something you have to select before the live starts on YouTube. You have to pick collaboration in the settings before you actually start a live. Or I'd put him up. I know he's probably got things he wants to say. But yeah, over 30 Cuban soldiers were killed protecting Madudu. Uh, well, of course the Cubans are gonna do that. My local coin shop said 9% silver is cheaper. 9% is cheaper. Maybe a better buy. Yes, definitely. I think so. Uh, I think the bulk of my stack right now is 90% coins because of all the type coins and stuff, and I'm really trying to do this type album and all. I would say the bulk of my stuff is in 90%. Some of it just junk silver, and some of it in really nice shape. My doo doo. Yep, that's pretty funny. But anyway, it's yeah, I know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, I'm glad the dude's out of there. I'm definitely glad about that. And I know the people of Venezuela are happy about that. But some of the other things that are going on, I don't know if I like it or not. I'm just kind of stuck really on it. If I'm being honest, I'm just kind of stuck on that. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to believe. So yeah, I'm human. I'm not perfect. Cuba was running it. I wouldn't doubt that. I'm sorry, suckers. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all. You know, I, I know I heard a lot of people saying, why'd they take him to New York? Zandami's going to let him out, whatever. But, I thought for a second about that. Well, they could be right, you know. Well, the people in New York, they're already regretting that mistake. The whole Zandami thing. Uh, he's done made, from what I understand, the news I listened to this morning, he's already made the bus fares go up and much other things. Uh, so yeah, I wouldn't doubt that Cuba was running it though. My wife told me to tell you hello. Hello, Asset's wife. Sorry, I can't remember your name. It's been a while. Uh, hey, Miss Asset. Good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Uh, Madudu for governor. No, we don't want him. I don't want Zandami, whatever his name, in there either. We don't need no Democrat, socialist, whatever in none of these offices. And I was watching or listening to the Sean Ryan podcast last night before I said my prayers and went to sleep. They're actually trying to get more veterans involved in political office, and I think that would be a good thing to get more veterans involved running for office. That could be good for. Well, who better to make decisions for the country than people who actually fought for the rights to be here? I think that'd be a good idea. What do y'all think? Oh, well, I know the fun show has probably started already. Or is it maybe it starts tomorrow? I'm not sure. But there would be a bunch of people down there going to that thing. I've been. It's fun. It's a blast. I can't wait for my grading submission to come back, dude. It's past time. They should have done sent me an email by now. I guess the holidays put them on a little slower track. I'm doing some auction prep right now. Okay. All right. I got you, bud. I got you. Excuse me. Hey, Chris. Wish I could head south for the show. Can't get away. Yeah. The winter fun is the biggest one. There's the most tables and stuff. It's huge. I can't imagine anything being any bigger than that. I've been to the Dalton, Georgia coin show. That was my first coin show ever. Me and Asset went to the Dalton, Georgia show, and it was awesome. I loved it. But man, walking in that Orange County Convention Center, dude, it's massive. And that was just one room of it. And there's two or three different rooms in there. When we were at the fun show last January, they were having a knife show in there in a different room, I think. Pretty awesome. This Friday and Saturday. Having an auction this weekend. Oh, okay. I'll go over and hang out, but yeah, I'm pretty well broke. I picked up a GSA 1884 CC Morgan. It won't be here till February because I gotta wait and pay for it first. It's in my wallet for February. That's gonna be a nice one. Hopefully. I've been wanting to get a CC Morgan for the longest time, and it just worked out the other night. I got it for a pretty decent price. Have you heard a guy named Nick Friatas? He was a military man who is currently in Virginia State Representative. I enjoy listening to him. Seems like I've heard that name before. The name is familiar, so yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Biscuits knows. Thank you, Amy. Biscuits knows who he is. He's pretty solid. Yep. Well, I think getting our military men, involved in the running for office would be a good thing. It's just my opinion. Be some good level-headed minds to get in there. The guy who they were interviewing on the Sean, whatever that dude's name was, that's got the podcast, Sean Ryan, I think, whatever this podcast was I listened to last night. They were interviewing the guy named Mike Waltz. He was a Green Beret, and so they was telling his story and things he went through. I find some of those pretty interesting. I guess you're not on the auction email list I checked out. I just checked. Do you want to be added? Matt, you want to be added to the auction email list? Let Oceans know. Always takes a drink of coffee once he's done being right. That's cool. I like that. John Kerry was yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, that's yeah, what was his name? The guy who ran for president. I can't remember his name. He was a war vet too. I don't know. If anybody else is interested in being put on the auction email list, let Oceans know in the chat. So yeah, auction. McCain, yeah, it was his name. Thank you, JK. McCain. Yeah, obviously some vets get out and turn Democrat or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I never did like John Kerry either. All his we gotta save the environment, but me flying on jets doesn't bother it. Yeah, okay, whatever, pal. Keep telling yourself that. Sounds interesting. Ocean's email in your bio. Yeah, so Silver Ocean's having an auction this weekend, I believe, sometime or another. He put it in here, but I never got past it. So he's doing auction prep right now as we speak. Let people know what's coming up. I do a lot of business with Morgan Silver Treasure. He's kind of a more numismatic based. He does bullion too, but he's got a lot of numismatic stuff that I really like to get into. So I do a lot of business with him. Sorry if you already posted it. I'm putting kids to bed. No problem. While I listen. Awesome, man. Put them youngest to bed. So yeah. Put them youngest to bed and say a prayer over them. I hear you, biscuits. I hear you, buddy. You know, parents would just pray over their kids and teach their kids to pray and read the Bible. I just feel like that would transform our world, but parents just ain't gonna do it nowadays. In my opinion, they won't. They need the sleep and the prayer, right? Yep. Definitely do. So I think 2026 is going to be an interesting year. I would love to see gold going up some more too, as well as the silver. Yeah. Only the Lord knows what it's going to do this year. Just finished John on to Acts. Yep. I've been reading in Psalms. I was reading in Psalms 103 last night. Really good. Really good. One of my favorite Psalms to read, Psalms 103. The Lord tells us He's long suffering towards us, and He remembers our frame, and He remembers that we're made of dust. And I can't quote it obviously, but He scatters our sins away from us as far as the east is from the west. Good things to be reminded of, Psalms 103, one of my regular go-tos if I'm feeling down. SilverOceans999@gmail.com. Email sent. There you go. It could be a crazy year. I hope it's crazy good, not crazy bad. Well, let's just say that. I've been prepping for a long time, and I hope it's all for naught. I hope I don't have to use none of this stuff I bought, but I do have it, and I think it's important to be prepped. Other than metals, food, water, lead, brass, that kind of stuff. One of these kind of daily do's right here. Y'all know what I'm saying? I think it's important. Very important. The asset. Well, time will tell how things go. Yes, that's true. I was watching a documentary on Tubi the other day, and some things just grab you and pull you in. I was really watching it's on Tubi. It's called The Essential Church, and it was talking about how the government was shutting down churches during the COVID, all that stuff. And boy, I watched that, and I was just like, dude, yes, this is good. I mean, bad that the government was trying to shut down churches. That was bad, but a lot of churches did not comply, and it was a good documentary. It's called The Essential Church. If you want to watch that, it's on Tubi for free. And my church was one of those that never closed its doors. We never missed a service. They put the sheriff's department out there in our parking lot. They counted how many people were going in and all that stuff, like trying to intimidate us. Never, not once did we close our doors. A lot of people, some people did get sick, and they would stay out for weeks on end. But we never shut the doors of our church, and I'm really glad. really proud of our pastor for that, because they were trying to intimidate us into shutting our doors for a couple of weeks. It never did happen. But I don't know. I just found that documentary like really, really good, and find out some things about Romans chapter 13 too. Where it says we're supposed to honor all of our authority here on earth. That's some caveats to some of that. I learned some. I hear there's some flu type that is going around now. I have heard churches closing lately because of sickness. And look, I understand if the whole church has it and the church chooses to shut its doors, I have no problem with that. If some governor comes down here telling us we have to close, that I have a problem with. That's government overreach. That's tyrannical. And if the leadership of the church decides everybody's sick, we might as well shut this thing down and give it a couple weeks, see where everybody's at, then I'm fine with that. But just government shutting down churches, I don't like that at all. Oh yeah, Ocean's got a big channel. Hey, Metal for breakfast. What's up, buddy? Metal. I love that name. Metal for breakfast. Metal for lunch. Metal for supper. Good to see you, buddy. Hope y'all are doing okay up there. I know it's probably cold as ass. Sorry. But y'all live up there in Michigan, I believe, or somewhere around up in there. So yeah. Hope you and the missus are doing well. It's good to see you on the channel, bud. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Different things interest me. Every now and then I'll find a good documentary on TV that holds my attention pretty good. So yeah, every now and then there'll actually be something quite educational and quite enlightening on Tubi. It's a free TV app, so not to brag, but I have more than 10 subscribers. You go, biscuits. You go, buddy. I don't know how many I have. Last time I looked, it was 920, I think. Something to that effect. We're getting there. It's just, when we hit 1,000, we hit 1,000. And if we don't, we don't. It's just one of those kind of things. So, yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Brother, it has rained here all cotton picking day. It's supposed to rain all day again tomorrow. It's all we get down here is rain. Rain, 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 rain. But I take it over snow. I will say that. I'll probably take it over snow. Unless it's going to be one of those here today, gone tomorrow snows. I like those kind. Oh, look, it's pretty. It's gone. That's the kind of snows I like. The dogs get to experience it, go out in snow, because, they ain't seen snow but once every 20 years down here. Oh, cool, check out the snow. Everybody gets out on the four-wheelers and spins around in the ice. And for about 30 minutes, it's fun. And then, bye-bye. It needs to be gone. I have 922. Well, all right. Cool. Thank you, that's it. Chris, Virginia, Silver Ocean's allergy. That's awesome. It's a happy coincidence. It is a happy coincidence. Gravity X Heavy. Thank you, sir. Silvershine. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Welcome on in. We're just a bunch of ragtag folks in here who like our silver and gold stuff, our coins, whatever. I like it all. Message retracted. Right on. But yeah. I like numismatics about as much as I like coins. I love the shiny stuff. It's pretty. Yeah. I had a buddy of mine contact me last night, and he somebody gave him a coin. It looks like a silver round, and I can't remember the president that was on it, but I thought it might be sterling, because some of the old presidential memorial things they made were sterling. He sent me pictures. I said, send me both sides and send me pictures of the rim. There was no markings on it nowhere. I'm like, it can't be real. I'm like, because it would have 999 or 925 on it. And I told him to look online, see if he could find another one. He found one on eBay for $725. I told him to go check sold listings. And he said, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's fake. Oh, yeah. It won't be long, and we will be doing your 1,000 sub throwdown. Yeah, man, I know. I know. Anemics need their iron. Yes, that's true. Oh, no, no, don't do that. I hit the wrong button. Oh, Silver Ocean. Subbed. Yep, Silver Ocean does an auction. I don't know when and where, but it's usually on the weekends. How many times a month? I have no idea. He'll tell you. But pretty cool dude. I bought a few things from him. Uh, he sent me this bad little boy right here. It's a Silver Ocean's koozie. I put my little hand sanitizer bottle in it because I'm not really a drinker. But so set that out there. Usually send some swag stickers and stuff like that. So pretty cool dude. Silver Ocean's a good dude. Great member of the community. Definitely sub him up if you haven't, which I know you just said you did. Oh, nice. Thanks. Uh, so this live stream has gone. We have talked about Confederate history, slavery. We've talked about just about everything on this thinker tonight. I like conversations like that. The conversation, let the conversation lead the way. I think it's awesome. And we'll talk about silver and coins and poker chips and whatever else. Yeah, I like it all. Throw in a little preparedness in the mix too. Why not? So yeah, definitely sub up Silver Oceans. He has an auction quite often. He's got everything: bullion. He's got Mexican constitutional. I guess that's what you call it. I don't know. He got Mexican coins. Circulated coins from Mexico, foreign stuff. Numismatic, slab coins, bars, rounds, coins. He's got it all. Go over and check him out. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, that'd be the way to go. I'll find something over every now and then. If I got a few bucks left over, I'll pick it up. Trustworthy individual. Well, all right, y'all. We've been at just about an hour here. Like the rifleman round. Yeah, I love that thing, man. I'm in on the giving. Need to send out some stuff anyway. Laughing out some. Scottsdale makes good. I like Scottsdale. When they come out with the Cowboy, which this is part of the Cowboy series. I can't wait to see what they come out with next in this series. But the Cowboy, it's got the bucking bronco with the cowboy on it. I really like that design, but I never ended up buying one. And when I saw one with a rifle on it, I'm like, yes, I gotta have one, and it needs to be 5 ounces. So I went and bought one. And I like purse bent. I'm a big fan of the purse bent stuff. I like the 2 ounce, the 1 ounce, the kookaburras, the whatever. I like the purse bent stuff. Pretty cool. Kookaburra upside down. So, trying to collect kookaburras. I don't know if I'll ever get to all of them, but hey, you can try. He refuses to trade me that. I'm trying. Oh yeah, he asked for the. Well, I tell you what, if you've got 5 kookaburras before 2013, we'll talk. If you don't have that, then it's he's put. So yeah. I need some kookaburras below 2013. So if you got 5 below 2013, shoot me some pictures. We'll talk about it. Yeah, I like purse. I got lots of purse stuff. Of course, I do have one Libertad, so I can officially say I have one Libertad 2023. These things was cotton picking expenses. The only reason why I picked up this one, it was a good deal. I picked it up. It was second hand. But I like Canadian stuff. I like my maples. Yeah, pretty cool. I got a maple. And I got some Canadian half-ounce stuff as well. Little Canadian Eagles. But Perth Mint, man, if the U.S. Mint would put out stuff as good as the Perth Mint puts out, it would be awesome. I would be happy, happy, happy. Basically, removing Maduro prevents Venezuela from becoming a large, uncontrolled source of oil traded outside the U.S. dollar system. True that. And I understand Trump's trying to keep China out of our Western Hemisphere. I heard him talking about it. Yeah, it was a recorded video. I don't know if it's last week or today or whenever it was. But, that's why he wants Greenland, too. He wants Greenland. He wants to keep China out of the Western Hemisphere and keep them out of our oil, keep them out of our supplies, our supply lines, which makes a lot of sense. Tactically, it makes a lot of sense. But yeah. Well, crap. What are you well crapping about? Dang. Yeah, I like the purse stuff. It's pretty. And the gold coins I have are Canadian Maples quarter ounce. I like those. Except for the one 2016 Stand of Liberty. I got the gold Stand of Liberty thing too. Back to the Monroe Doctrine, finally. Monroe Doctrine. That would reduce global demand for dollars and reduces confidence in the dollar as the default settlement currency. Yeah, I can see that. I can. It's just, it's never something. I know we've done regime changes in other countries, but it's never been so in your face. And I know he's releasing all these videos of the things he's done over there. It's a flex. The whole thing is a flex. I get that. And some of these countries need to see us flex a little bit. I'm not disagreeing with that either. But I don't know. It's just I don't know where I'm at on it. I really don't. World Reserve currency for those unaware. Yep. The petrodollar. One of these suckers right over here. Some of these little dollars. It's a vice grip. I got a vice grip. We can talk about tools too. I don't care. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, Mike. Tell Nancy I said hey, by the way. Hope she's doing good tonight. Hope y'all are staying warm up there. So, what else y'all want to talk about? We talked about Venezuela and Trump and oil and Maduro, whatever his name is. Old Zandami, let's see. Communism is bad, no doubt. Communism has always been bad. Name one time when communism has actually worked out. It never has. It never has. Never, not once. Look at Russia. Look at Germany. Look at everywhere, man. That sort of environment would push people towards silver and gold. So by us bringing Venezuela's oil under U.S. control, that's removed a future trigger that would accelerate dollar weakness. That makes sense. It does. It makes a lot of sense. I can see that. Yep. Absolutely. Check out this little dude right here, little copper pour. I won this thing off of Cranky Stacker's channel a couple of years ago. I forgot I had the sucker, and I got to rumbling through my safe the other night, and it fell off the shelf. I'm like, Lord, I forgot I had that little thing. It's a little duck, Scrooge McDuck figurine, copper pour. Pretty cool. I forgot all about that thing. Pretty sweet. Despite all this, seems like people still want to get their hands on physical silver. Definitely. Uh, I mean, SEstkr was talking about it. If you're not subscribed to SEstkr, he doesn't post very often because he works a lot. He's a hard-working dude. But I noticed Savage posted a couple videos this week, and he was talking about how his friends were telling him on the phone. I went in my LCS, and there was no silver to be found. Maybe 2 rounds. That was it. So yeah, the physical demand is extremely high right now. 101 Silver Britannia from Cranky and Mishy a few weeks ago. Awesome. Yep, they do a little live stream together. It's pretty fun. Go over and hang out sometimes when I'm not running around the house chasing after dogs and cooking supper and stuff. Yeah, Cranky's a good dude. Mishy is too. I like them all. There ain't nobody in this community I really don't get along with. I mean, as far as I know, I can get along with just about anybody. I'm glad to see there's some new stockers coming along. There's Pang stockpiles, and there's a few new ones coming in. Kalilo, whatever how you say that name. So I'm glad to see some new stockers coming into the community. So, pretty cool. 12 people in here. I guess I about run everybody off right now. I like the queens better than the kings on these coins better. I just like the queens. That's another thing I got coming in. I had to pay my duties. That's what England calls taxes over there. I bought on Whatnot. It's a Queen Victoria Jubilee head sterling half crown. It's the coin, half crown. From a guy on Whatnot who's actually in England, which makes sense because why would anybody in America have one of these? But it's a Queen Victoria. It's pretty old, 925. And they charged me the price that I paid for it. And then I got a message today from their customs people. I had to pay duties on it to the total of like $6. So I had to pay my duties on my coin before they would send it over here. It was an extra $6. I went ahead and paid it. Okay, Michael. Appreciate you, buddy. Cranky doesn't know me from Adam and offered via email to help me with any questions I might have about anything he might know. Cranky's a solid dude, man. He is. Cranky's a solid dude. Yes, I said Jubilee head. I sure did. Queen Victoria, Jubilee head, half crown. I ordered one on Whatnot, and it's coming from England. I just wanted one. I got to looking at it on Whatnot. I was scrolling down through just random coins. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I think I would like to get that. So the guy was in England. They had to convert pounds over to dollars and all that stuff. And then they called me, or they actually emailed me today. I had to pay my duty tax of $6 to get them to pass it through customs or whatever. Part of the, I guess it's part of the new tariffs or whatever. So yeah, that's it should be on its way now. They said it passed through customs and will be in the States soon. I guess it's going to be on a ship or something. I don't know. So it may be a while. Yeah. But it was just a cool looking coin. And yeah, I watched some of these guys across the pond. They they have some cool old British coins over there, man. And I saw that Jubilee head. I'm like, that's pretty badass. I want one of those. I'm not even English. I'm Irish by descent, but still, it's cool though. So yeah, pay them taxes, right? I had to pay my duty. I had to do my duty, and then I had to pay my duty. Matter of fact, Fish did something similar, and I sent him a gift. Hope he does a video for y'all. I'm sure he will. about it. Yep, that's cool. Fish is a good dude. I didn't get to meet him last January. He was one of the two that I did not get to meet. I met Pirate. I met Silver Cigars. I met Smart Silver Stacker. We met the guys from whatever that name of that YouTube channel is, Pawnbroker Pickers, I think maybe. I can't never remember the name of that show. Anyway, we met those guys. I met the guys from Harry's Coin Shop. Not Harry, but King Richard, Adrian, and the foreign expert. Met them guys there. Man, everybody was at the fun show. I met a bunch of people over there. It was like, cool. I went over there and handed them all a poker chip. Told them I watched, the Harry videos and stuff. So they were super cool, man. They were fixing to go to lunch, and they come to the fun show to buy coins and take out to wherever it is, Oregon, wherever it is they're at, California somewhere. Frostbite Coins and Tiger have made the same offer, helping to figure whatever you need. Amazing community. Yes, definitely an amazing community. The best folks seem to be talking about PMs on YouTube. I didn't know until recently. Just good. I mean, dude, I've told the story 100 times, but it was about 2 years ago. I had a couple of 10-ounce bars. I had just really got serious about stacking, and I think I may have had 30 or 40 ounces, which maybe is probably a little more than I'm showing here. I've got more than this stuff, y'all. This is the box I'll bring to show people. I don't show everything that's in my safe. I just don't believe in doing that. But anyway, so I know y'all get tired of seeing the same old coins or whatever, but that's just kind of how it has to be for me. Anyhow, I sold a firearm and I sold every piece of silver I had to make sure my dog had the surgery he needed to save his life. I'm a big dog person. If my German Shepherd got in a fight with some pit bull, his face got all infected, he blowed up, you swell up and everything, and he was going to die if I didn't do something. So I sold the firearm, I sold all my silver, got him fixed up, and then Silver and Cigars, Constitutional Stacker, Tule, Bob Wojciechowski, I Review Silver. There was a bunch of people got together and just reseeded my stack. Now, you talking about this floored, dude. I was floored. I think I was. Tule sent me a 10-ounce bar. Wojciechowski sent me 10 ounces. Constitutional Stacker sent me some stuff. It was just. And these people, I wasn't even really part of the community yet, man. But them doing that for me, that just made me insert twist on this silver community, man. It was fantastic. And that's something I'll never forget, them doing that for me, because Silver Cigars, they're dog lovers, anyway. And so they got to talking about it all on the live stream, and other people started jumping in and helping. So it was awesome, man. And, I've been pro the community ever since. What's up, Mr. Silver Eagle? Good to see you, buddy. I see you sneaking in there, buddy. So yeah, it was. I mean, you just talking about flabbergasted, man. I got that first box, and I came in here and did a video on it, and I'm like, I don't know what this is or who it's from, but it's a big box. It was one of those flat rate boxes. I opened it up, and it was from Bob Wojciechowski, who doesn't even have a channel, by the way. He's just a member of the community. Bottom Gun Bob. If you recognize his poker chip, Bottom Gun Bob. He's a submariner. Anyway, he sent me walkers. He sent me a 5-ounce Atmex bar. He sent me, Lord, a Kennedy. I don't know, a Benji. He basically sent me a silver starter pack, which all combined was about 10 ounces, 10 troy ounces. Then the next day I got another one, and it was Tule sending me a 10-ounce bar and some stuff, and so it was fantastic, man. This community just absolutely took care of me. It was awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Awesome. I can do that, yeah. I can try to do that, yeah. I can do that for you, biscuits. Absolutely can. Stacking community does rock metal, no doubt about it, man. It was the coolest thing ever. And like I said, I had a brand new channel. It was 2021. It was during all the COVID stuff, and I had just started making videos. Like I think I had 3 videos when all that stuff happened. And I wasn't doing right. I wasn't prioritizing bills and stuff like I should have. I was buying silver instead of paying some bills off or whatever. Anyway, I got the type when the dog got messed up. I didn't have any emergency cash, which was a big mistake. And so yeah, man, they all helped me out. It was awesome. Okay, hang on, biscuits. Let me write that down. Oh, let me get a piece of paper here. Get me a little book right here. All right, let's see. Go back. J. Oh, come on, come back. 83 at gmail.com. Okay. All right, bud. Thank you, biscuits. Yeah, mine's easy. SEstkr at gmail.com. So, it ain't stacking and collecting. It's my old name, SEstkr at gmail.com. So if I don't send you one, just kind of remind me. I'll do that. But that's what the silver is for, emergency stack. It was, but you're supposed to have some emergency cash as well. It's better, especially if you have pieces like you really love that you really don't want to have. Deep stack stuff. It's better to have some emergency cash, and that was something I had not yet learned. But yes, and it did. It's silver and firearm, and the firearm I had to sell a firearm as well. They did their job. Now I had to go to a pawn shop because I was in a hurry. I wasn't able to go to LCSs or nothing like that, so I had to just. It was quick. As soon as I realized he was swelling, you're on that time. It's tick tock, tick tock. I didn't want him to get worse or whatever. So I just took all my stuff to the pawn shop, which is the lousiest place to sell silver. Don't ever do that unless you just absolutely have to. But they probably, robbed me blind. But it was enough for me to get my dog straightened out. And he's still with us today. Over here licking his gonads or something. So he's happy. I guess I'll be happy too, So yeah, love my dogs. And for a lot of us who are single or don't have kids, dogs are our children, It's just kind of the way it is. Stop that. What are you talking about? What's up, Glass? Good to see you, buddy. Biscuits, he's living the dream, brother. He is, ain't he? Oh, boy. Oh, he's living the dream. Scrap metal's in here. Scrap metal racing. Buddy. This is where I got the, I put your bullet in this, buddy, that you sent me. And I had somebody ask me, well, I didn't see the video where you found this and put it in there. This was a disc I already had. And it's kind of scratched up, so it's pretty old, but, it fits. It works. I like it. So I put the 3-ringer in here. Keep the dust off of it and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you again, Scrap Metal Racing. That was awesome, man. You knew I was going to love that thing, didn't you? What's going on? We're just sitting here, jaw jacking. That's what we call it in the South. I'm in Alabama, so flapping your gums, chewing the fat, whatever. we're all just hanging out, dude. Nothing major. Talking about silver, talking about gold, talking about whatever. Venezuela, Trump, the whole gamut of issues. Yeah, the square capsules are cool. I got a couple. You can buy them on Amazon. Let's see if I got something in a square cap right over here. And if I got like a special coin that I really like, this is a 7 tail feather Morgan. I'll put them in one of these, and you can get them in all different diameters. This is a 38 millimeter for like a Morgan dollar or a peace dollar. Yeah, these are cool. I just feel like these give them a little more protection, and these other capsules are a little bit bigger, and the Morgans do this and those, and this is a perfect size for a Morgan. It just fits perfect. It's got a little rattle to it, but nowhere near as much. 7 tail feather Morgans were the earliest Morgans ever minted, and then they changed the design, and somebody had a problem with it being 7 tail feathers, so then they started making 8 tail feathers in the Morgan dollars. There's my buddy, Hidden Numismatist. What's going on, brother? So yeah, 7 tail feather Morgan, one of my favorite little coins. Not the best shape, obviously, but still cool. I don't know, man. Old coins, they just have character to them. Yeah, they're not in the perfect shape, man. They're not perfect by any means. This is a very fine seated quarter with arrows and rays, but I don't know, man. It just oozes cool to me. They just have such good character. Brand new coins are nice, and mint state, whatever. They're cool, but they're kind of boring. I like these kind of coins. My favorite. Oh, I want a Morgan dollar so bad. That is on my to get list. But they're so high. Oh. Yeah, there's Hidden Numismatist. Hidden's got a great channel. There's his link if y'all want to go and check out him. I can't stay. I just want to say hello. All right, brother. Appreciate you popping in, Hidden. So that's my buddy I was talking about earlier. Yeah, you'll get you one, man. You'll get you one. You can buy coals. You can find coals for cheap. I like peace dollars, and I've got a couple, but yeah, I like Morgan's better for some reason. I dig what the peace dollars are about, why they were created, and all that. This is one of those Morgan proof Morgan. So this is a 90% silver coin. This is a bullion coin. It's not one full troy ounce, but it is 999 fine. So the differences on those, just in case you were wondering. 4 to 5. Oh, biscuits, you stir me up. I got an 1838 New Orleans Mantis City Liberty half dime a couple weeks ago. Hey, glad. That's cool, man. That's awesome, dude. I love me some half dimes. I got a few half dimes around here somewhere. I've got a CC seated half dime. It's at the coin graders. Where's my half dime at? I got a half dime in here somewhere. It's in really terrible shape. Of course, I do like my little mercury dimes and stuff as well. But yeah, anything seated, man. I just love seated stuff. Seated halves. I like barbers too. I like these as well. The barbers, VF details. Just a cool design. Barber half. And what kind of shape was it in, Glass? Uh, seeded dimes, man, they're hard to find in nice shape. So they were, they were carried a lot. That is a major key date for half dimes. Yes, it is. Yep. I just subscribed. I watched. Yeah. Uh, Glass has gotten. He started out into like old soda bottles, which by the way, I have an old soda bottle video of my own. I have a bunch of old soda bottles from the 30s and 40s. I collect just about everything, like I've said before. But but yeah, he's starting to get into coins a little bit, and he's digging the history and stuff. So yeah, I love seeing stuff, man. It's awesome. Standing Liberty quarter. This is This is a Type One right here, 1917 Type One. This was the booby coin, which you can't really hardly see it. It's kind of wore off, but this was the one they come out. The first design had the breast exposed, and then God have mercy, we couldn't have all that. So then they went with the Type 2, where they put chainmail over it. So this one's in a lot better shape. Obviously, it's AU50. But, yep. I just love coins. I love the history behind them. You can find them on Whatnot. I found this one on Whatnot for like $30, man. It ain't the best of shape. It's a VG8, it's obviously. But, for my Type album. So, not bad. Yeah, I just don't have the money to get everything in an MS-67. I just don't. I know there's collectors out there that can afford to do that, and God bless them. But yeah, I'm a VF to XF kind of dude all day long. That's kind of what I can afford. I just like it's a nice enough example to see what the coin actually is. I'm good. $3, not bad. Glass, what are some coins you recommend buying? Buy what you like, dude. That's the biggest thing about it. Don't buy things you don't like. Just buy things you like. You'll never regret a coin you bought that you like. There's no buy this, it's a better investment. Silver's not an investment, by the way, anyway. A lot of people talk about silver like it's some sort of major investment. Silver does go up and down like stocks and stuff, but buy things you like and you'll be happy with it, Uh, not everybody is going to want. Where's the other coin at? That's not it. Maybe I didn't set it out here. Here, not everybody's going to want a trade dollar, especially one that's been scratched and clean. A lot of people will call this a problem coin, and they would be right. But I call it a coin with character. It's old. It's 1877. And it just oozes cool, man. This was the dollar coin before the Morgan. Well, I think it was either this one or the seeded dollar, one or the other. So buy what you like, man. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. Buy what you like. What's up, Rule Stacker? Good to see you, brother. I bought it at the fun show last January. I moved a whole tray of cat bus crap out of the way to buy this coin because I thought it was pretty. And it's AU55 details. That's one thing PCGS don't give you. PCGS will just say AU details. They won't give you the number. Annex will give you the number that goes with it. By the way, Annex, ANA, they created coin grading, by the way. PCGS was second after Annex. Most people don't know that. PCGS is the one everybody shoots for. If you're going to sell it, it's better to be in a PCGS holder. But Annex don't bother me a bit. We have a local show in a couple of weeks. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Good to see you too. Thank you. Yep, Rule Striker has a channel. If y'all haven't subscribed to Rule Striker, you should go over and check him out. He's one of the newer stackers I was talking about earlier. Thank you, man. I love looking at it too. And Glass, one of the guys in the chat, was just asking, what do I recommend he should buy? Buy stuff you like, dude. Uh, that's my advice. Buy what you like. If something strikes you, you think it's cool, and it's affordable, and you can buy it without, without not paying the light bill or whatever, then get it, man. I like things. I like things that other people probably don't like. So you just have to buy what you like. And as you get further into collecting, you'll find yourself falling in. I like Confederate stuff. I like this. I like commemorative half dollars, whatever. You'll find your groove once you start collecting enough stuff. And then later on, you may want to get rid of or sell some of the stuff you have to get into a different, variety of collecting or whatever. Yes, buy what you can afford. That's important too. Riley. Oh man, I do that all the time. Not a problem, dude. Silver community is awesome, man. There's some awesome people in this community, and I'll shout out just about anybody. I want a Benjamin Franklin $50 and a Morgan dollar and a bunch of old coins. I love the look of the old coins. Yes, sir. I know what you mean. I think I have a Benji over here somewhere. Thought I did. Well, maybe I don't. What is that? Here we go. Here's a Benji proof. PR67. This is a graded. ICG is kind of a no-name company. And I don't even know what it stands for. International Coin Grader. I don't know. But it was $30 on whatnot, so I bought it. And it's pretty nice. It's a great design. I love Benjis as well. I love them all, man. That's my problem. I just can't afford them all. So yeah, very, very cool. I love the Benjis. And I like the old Silver Eagles pretty good myself too. A little bit of everything. I like the Type 1s better than the Type 2s, but that's just me. Got a 1/4 ounce of gold and 4 ounces of silver today. Awesome, dude. 1/4 ounce of gold. That was peppy, wasn't it? Yeah, man. That's nice. That's nice. Where is my stuff? Did you get an eagle or get a maple leaf? What'd you get, bud? Tell us about it, Rural. This is a 1/4 ounce gold Stand of Liberty. Like this over here. Ta-da! It's a match set. Canadian Buffalo. Awesome, dude. Very cool. I like the Canadian gold better. But, I'm a 24 karat guy. I don't care where it comes from. I'm a 24 karat dude myself. Canadian Buffalo. Couldn't resist. Hey, that's the way it happens, isn't it? Hidden's back. Let's see. That's fantastic, buddy. I don't know. That was a guess, Metal. I have no idea what ICG stands for. That was just spitballing, really. Oh, you want me to show you my poucho? I'm a man. I ain't got a poucho. How about that? Biscuit's trying to set me off over here. No, y'all stack the way you want to. I'm just messing around. I can't grade. I can't either, but I got a book that I can use to grade stuff, sort of. I got this book right here. It's called Coin Grading by Photographs. And no matter what coin you got, ooh, I flipped right to a seeded. Look at there. It tells you the grade, where the wear is that you look for, if it's got wear on it, So you can literally set your coin next to this coin on this book. There are life-size, coins in this book. The pictures are actual size of the coins itself. And you can look at the difference in the pictures and read the descriptions, and you can figure out a grade using this book. I have. It takes some time, but you can do it. This is the second edition, coin grading by photographs. I use this if I'm contemplating submitting something, to grading or whatever. Then I'll pull out this book. And, obviously you need one of these as well, the red book, for your mintage information and all that stuff. But, yeah, just some key things to have. If you're interested in grading coins, or trying to get an idea of what a grade is. And I just got this the other day, my coin inventory logbook. I found this on Amazon for a couple of dollars. So this is how I'm going to keep up with my coins this year. Hidden's back. You had me going. Yeah, I love 24 carats, yeah. Yep. You thought I was going to pull out a pouch there. Yeah. That is what this stands for. I'll be damn, all right. Hidden would know. I was just guessing that's what this stands for. I have no idea. But I met these guys. I got a sample slab. It's in the safe. I didn't pull it out. But I got a penny last year. It's a 2024 D sample slab, and it says founding year on the slab. So I'm gonna keep it put up. And if this company ever dies or whatever, I'll pull that out, sell it on eBay, and make some money off of it. It's just a penny, but still, pennies are done away with now too, so that'll make it even better. Plot twist: Hidden was here the whole time. He probably was. So yeah. Well, hey man, I have had a blast, y'all. And appreciate y'all coming over here and hanging out with us. Man, 33 likes. That's awesome. Email me, SEstkr@gmail.com. It's on my About page. It should be. I don't have a P.O. box. I can't afford that. And even if I had one, I wouldn't have no way to go check it. But SEstkr, all lowercase, ran together, @gmail.com. Shoot me an email. And all I really have to give you right now is a poker chip. I've gave out hundreds of stickers in the past, but I don't really have any, and I don't plan on making any more. If I ever do something else for swag, I'll probably do a magnet maybe. But this is my poker chip. I got like 5 of these left, I think. I'm holding it upside down, obviously. So, yeah, holler at me. I'll send you a poker chip. That's really about all I got. I'll sweeten the pot with a silver dime or something. What's up, Forrest? Good to see you, buddy. Thank you, Hidden. On it. All right, good deal. Awesome, y'all. Y'all have a good one. God bless you. Always keep your situational awareness up. Carry a weapon. Protect yourself and others. It's a crazy world out there. So take care of yourselves. Stack on. Collect on. Whatever. Yep, I just got your email. Whatever it is you do, keep on doing it, man. And get what you like. God bless y'all. Southeast Stacking and Collecting. And we're going to get out of here. God bless.